economic advantage. And this is why I'm going to say that Memory's not just straight out. He's very, very much behind, but he's not straight out. Again, just because of that little bridge, and we're not really getting a good spot on it. He can't just press on that with Dragoons the way he normally would want to, especially against those siege tanks. But Jangbi going to take that additional expansion. Those 4 tanks very, very secure at that location, where normally you'd be really worried as a Terran with just 4 siege tanks at that location against an army that's potentially as large as Jangbi is. Jangbi's is, can't talk all of a sudden, Jangbi's is at this moment. That just sounds funny saying, actually. Jangbi's is. Jangbi's. Anyway, whatever. Saying Jangbi's plural is just kind of odd. Try saying it at home. Kind of a hop around. More SCVs getting taken out for just a sacrificial Dragoon, and just continuing to just, man, press ahead economically. Just doing all sorts of damage. Additional gateways going up. I gotta assume Arbiter's going to be coming out momentarily. Templar Tech is up. So, and again, Jangbi, the king of Psystorms lately. It used to be that Stork was just really the master of the Psystorm, but Jangbi's really taken that title from him, I think, in this past season and a half. And a couple Dragoons up. I expected a little bit of larger task force, but I think at this moment Jangbi's a little bit more concerned about containing rather than really containment and harass, and just kind of build up from there rather than just doing anything all that crazy dominant as pressing and trying to end it here. Going to say Dark Templar being produced here. Interestingly enough, and maybe with that speed shuttle you can do something creative. Those vultures getting cut off, those coming around a little bit, able to loop around those Dragoons, so Jangbi's contained somewhat disrupted. They're going to get some free probe kills right here. There is a Dragoon intercepting. We'll see if the reinforcements coming out. That Reaver should be able to stop it. Depending on where it hits, it does not manage to take that out, but it looks like these vultures are going to be able to get a couple probe kills, so that's going to do something for Memory, but still his economy is just absolutely battered comparatively. And nice micro there by Memory. He's really forcing this, making this Reaver do a lot of work to try to deal with this. That Zealot is speed upgraded, and that is going to reveal the speed upgrade on the Zealot. Memory has to assume that was happening alongside. Going to plant that mine to do a little bit of damage. Another, and the Dark Templar pushing in, able to take out that turret, and no comsat on the, keep in mind, no comsat there for Memory. So he was relying on that Wraith rather than anything else, and he's going to get all sorts of damage in here. Trying to keep that tank alive, trying to surround it with the SCVs, but not able to. Trying to get turrets up in the meantime, block off the Dark Templar in the meantime. Mines going down, but once again, Memory's economy being assailed here. One Dark Templar out, but there's still that Dark Templar roaming free, and let's see if he decides to guide that mine into the SCVs. No, he's just going to hide it backside. But Jangbi has so many gateways up, he's just really rocking and rolling as far as his economy goes. He's got to feel very solid, and there's that characteristic dropship of Memories. He's going to load up with a couple vultures here. Looks like maybe a tank in there we didn't get to see. And there he was trying to lead the mine in, able to. Didn't look like he led that mine into a lot of SCVs. Now he's going to try to bring that second one back. And there that turret able to take out that other one. Trying again, trying to lead it in with that Zealot. Jangbi desperately wants to use those mines as a punishment factor rather than a helpful factor. And again, just this base constantly assailed by Reavers. There hasn't been more than a minute where this base hasn't been attacked. And there's Memory with the just characteristic dropships, good at keeping opponents off balance, able to drop on Jangbi's, what is that, 4 o'clock location, do a little bit of damage there, but honestly I don't think it's going to affect Jangbi that much because he has essentially stopped mining at that base entirely. Vultures pushing in, going to get some more free probe kills. So, but now Jangbi just going to push up that ramp, feeling like there isn't enough, there's just not a defense force there. As you can see, he's not able to really concentrate on that though. Some Zealots attacking that supply depot rather than attacking those tanks. Dragoons pushing up as well, but I think these Dragoons should be able to take that tank out, and I think this might be GG. SCV's coming off the line to attack that, and there's a cannon in that back line that should deal with those vultures fine. And this is again just pushing out, as you can see. So SCV's able to usher those Dragoons back. So it looks like Memory is going to be able to hold this, but still more economic damage, more SCVs not producing where we really wanted to. Zealots coming on that backside ramp, trying to push up, trying to get proximity of that tank. Looks like they are going to get proximity on that tank. That vulture still doing damage in the background. Excellent multitasking from Memory, and that he just really excels with multitasking. But just overall, still I don't feel he's as a competent player as Jangbi, doing whatever he can to stay in this game. But again, it just does not feel like it is enough here. A pretty good size factory spread out to deal with those Reavers, but yeah, that just been his economy's been so assailed, so harassed up at this stage. At least that dropship keeping alive, I think that's the only thing that kept him from getting run over. There was that dropship just being annoying in the background. Some vultures pushing up, killing that probe scout. Dragoons being forced to pull back, and Memory is very good, like I said, about keeping his opponents off balance, usually with dropships, but also showing pretty good vulture play here as well. several times. I don't know many Terran players in the game right now that while on the back foot like this could continue to keep that vulture pressure up. Honestly, Memory for all means should be completely on the defensive, but able to do it. Storm drop there, backside, killing a lot of SCVs, and that second Templar getting taken out. But still, the economic damage is just compiling here. Jangbi's economy is just ferocious in comparison. He's just got so much more resources, so much more gas. He's been up one base for a large portion of this game. It's really the map artifacts that I think have kept Memory again from getting bowled over. Just the fact that there's 2 maps, finally a comm setup. Some more dropships have been produced. Dropships not usually very economically, and this is just that's more. You got to keep that in mind. More resources that have been put into dropships, although Memory has used them very, very effectively. Observer getting taken out right there, and another beautiful. Before that cannon can even spawn up, the Zealot is there waiting for it, but we'll see if that cannon makes it up in time, and we'll see if those probes do that. It looks like they are going to get off that line. That cannon going to go down before it can really do anything. Some Zealots being dropped backside, so again catching Jangbi basically completely off guard. Another expansion though going up at as you can see on the mini map, it looks around the 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock position, and Jangbi has just all sorts of troops pinned backside. So even though Memory is getting these little kind of pithy drops, I do think they're pithy in essence. They're not going to win him the game. So dropship once again lifting off. He's doing a fantastic job from the back foot, I have to say. And Jangbi now going up for another storm drop, does manage to drop both Templars. So many SCVs dying, and can morph it to an Archon because he was able to take out that tank on top of everything. You can see the expression on the Memory's face. I think this is just for pride for Memory at this stage of the game. He's going to try to take that observatory out. That Archon's actually going to morph in, and he's actually stopping production at 2 bases at this stage. The main, which was somewhat thin on resources to begin with, but also at that additional location, those vultures are not going to get anything done. Vulture versus Archons, basically actually vultures do pretty well because they do base damage against Archons, but Archons can float over the mines. Archon getting taken out pretty effectively there. Zealots running around. I don't think they were for minesweeping purposes. I think they were able to take out those vultures in that tank in the background. Another tank going up, and another expansion up for Jangbi. So Jangbi looks like he's at 4 bases versus 2, and Memory has not been able to get anything done here though. He's been able to do those dropships, but he hasn't got any effective push. Maybe the other kind of the opposite end of this is with that bottleneck. I don't know that he can really get a good push across that ramp into those Dragoons. So we'll see. Still no Arbiter tech, surprisingly, for Jangbi. I haven't seen any top tier tech at this stage. Maybe he'll have Arbiters going up in the background when we see, but mostly relying on drops and Templar. Looks like he's got another drop going, but some Dragoons, along the way, as well as an Observer to try to spot out those dropships as they're coming in. Now kind of wise to that game. More vultures starting to, just getting pinned in, not able to go anywhere. Now it looks like Memory, he's got that bridge sealed, but he's essentially contained. That looks like it's the majority of his attack force. Observer going to spot out those shuttles now. Jangbi very, very aware of those shuttles now. He's going to bring out his entire troop to attack against that. Comsat going off, but seeing that cannon, they're going to have to back off with that Vulture Templar there, just in case as well. And it looks like Memory might be able to get a drop off, even though those units were pulled back. Actually, no, I'm sorry, they are going to be in position. But as you can see, Jangbi having to move his entire attack force back and put down 3 cannons at each expansion to deal with what Memory's doing here, and Memory has managed to open up his front door. Now but with those 2 dropships, he's managed to get a little push here. I think Jangbi would have much rather been in a position to assail it up front, but no, Memory's going to have to back off. There's just too many units on the other side. Has those dropships up above. I think this is going to be the last hurrah for Memory. I think he's going to push out, but I think it's going to get stomped by Jangbi. I think he has everything in position to really deal with it. He's got the shuttles there. He's got a lot of speed upgraded Zealots. I'm not sure what the upgrades are at because I'm not. He looks like he's got level 1 upgrades. I'm kind of curious what Memory's at as far as his upgrades. It looks like 0-0 still. Pushing up along backside, but just the economic difference here. The drop coming up there at the Memory trying to secure an additional expansion here. Not able to get it done, getting warded off there by the Dragoons, just completely contained. But now starting to break out of that, now starting to push forward a little bit. And actually, again, Jangbi doesn't have any, I expected Arbiters at this stage or something to deal with this, and I don't see a lot of High Templar in the background. This is not, you don't want just Zealots and Dragoons at this stage of the game. It looks like he is going to be able to push up. A lot of those Zealots getting taken out, but still enough to push up in the line. Oh, nice side storm there. Oh, wow. And that's Jangbi's power right there. He did have some Templar that I did not see on screen underneath, and just look, that hurt. That hurt so much. Psystorm doing so much damage, and there's the Stargates going down. And I think this might be some embarrassment Stargates to produce some scouts, just because he's pissed about those dropships here, and surprised that Memory hasn't immediately GG'd at this stage. But that is going to be the sealer here. And actually, honestly, scouts might be the better route because it's so hard to go across on the ground there. But yeah, their Memory finally GGing. Jangbi taking game 1. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and once again, doubles, triples on Violet Attack, and go donate if you go to sc2gg.com/endurance, donations to childsplaycharity.org. Thank you for listening, guys. Thanks for all your support, and see you guys later.